genetic data. Well, they're really good at, the evolutionists are really good at drawing lines on the piece of paper, showing a human and a monkey and a mouse and a chicken and frog and lamprey are related. Well, that's fine. You can draw any lines you want, but that's not science. All that's ever been observed in all of recorded history is a mouse will produce a mouse. Now, if you want to believe a mouse and a chicken are related because of the number of amino acids that differ, that's, again, SpongeBob imagination stuff. That's not science. It's a line on a piece of paper. Here are some lines of code, just randomly selected off the internet. Computer code. Okay, here's some more lines of code. If I looked at the lines of code to do Microsoft PowerPoint and compared them to the lines of code to do Microsoft Word, I think we would discover many similarities. Blogs.msds or MSDN said there were about 30 million lines of code in the Mac version of Microsoft Office back in '06. Students at code.org said there are 21 billion lines of code. Is this a lot? Well, by comparison, Microsoft Windows operating system has 50 million lines of code. If we compared the lines of code in the Mac version or the Microsoft version, even though they're vastly different in how they operate, there still may be some similar lines of code. This doesn't prove they're related. It doesn't prove either one's related to Morse code. It proves that's an efficient system of getting the point across, of getting the machine to do what you want it to do, to project a number or a shape on the screen. So they're doing good research on finding the similarities between these things, as Herman did earlier here. That's wonderful. That's good research, but coming to the wrong conclusion, especially dealing with something like a DNA code that is trillions of times more complex than a simple computer code, where really all you have is zeros and ones. Our primitive computer codes use zeros and ones, and the DNA uses 4, A, C, A, T, and G. It is not, it's immensely more complex. One of the questions I was sent was, what specific predictions does special creationism make for comparative molecular genetic data? Creationists predict millions of similar genes, that would be the code, because many creatures need similar features, like they both need eyes, ears, lungs, etc. That just proves the same designer wrote the codes. And he might have given them the ability to react to the same environmental pressures in the same way. So we may see certain things happen, like he mentioned about the mutations or the changes between comparing, how they react to different environmental pressures. Okay, well, it still could be the same designer.